The following audio recording comes with a heavy trigger warning for talk about addiction, prison culture, depression, anxiety, and socio-political issues which may be upsetting for some people. This audio reading is entirely fictional and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of any real people. Kia ora. My name is Ryan Corder, Junior Supervisor here at the Department of Corrections. This is just a little intro to something my boss, Tafiti Harris, a Senior Supervisor, has been working on. I really want to stress that this is his idea. I'm just happy to help. He would be doing this recording himself had he not come down with the flu or something. I wanted to wait for him to come back and let him do it, but he insisted that it must be done now or we won't get this opportunity again. Tafiti and I have been working through the case files of some convicts that have passed through our database, and we are compiling statistics of those who have been mistreated by the system. The numbers are alarming and deeply upsetting, quite honestly. A small crew of us are going into the prison facility to interview some of these cases and see if we can shake off the bureaucratic dust and give their situations the light of day. The top brass has managed to give us a day to see a handful of people. I don't know if this will work. I hope this gets somewhere, but we all know how broken the system is. Anyway, these are the stories of those who have been wronged by the system and deserve to be heard.
I know everybody says it when you're in the clink that it wasn't me. I didn't do it. But it wasn't me, and I didn't do it. Now, it wasn't until I think it was the 90s, where some fucking clever assholes in England, I think it was, discovered their DNA shit. Now, when I was popped in, it would be in 77, we didn't have that stuff, right? So I asked if they could re-examine it, went to the appeals court, but there was no DNA evidence from my time. They didn't decide to keep anything. And the police station that led my investigation's gone. They didn't archive any of their shit. So I'm stuck here. And again, everybody says, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. But I really didn't. So I've been in here, 36, going on 37 years now, for a crime I didn't commit. It's just a bit shit because you hear these cases on, we got the radio here. It's a fucking plastic see-through thing. It's the strangest radio you'll ever see. But I haven't been outside for a couple of decades, so maybe that's what radios look like now. But yeah, it is a real kick in the ass and in the gut that there's no information, evidence out there to prove I am innocent. So basically I just sound like a bloody broken record about the fact I shouldn't be here. Again, everybody in here says that. And a lot of them are lying. And, you don't know me from a bar of soap, so maybe I am lying to you. But at least, to my best of my knowledge, to my recollection, Your Honour, it wasn't me. Alright, now, I was wearing the same jacket the same night. People saw my jacket. My jacket is quite distinct. So, it was a black denim, which wasn't exactly something you came across often, with a woolen inlay. So, for pig hunting. Now, I'm not a pig hunter, so I said to the coppers at the time, it was probably a pig hunter who did it. Got the same gear as me. But it was just bloody easier just to say it was me wearing the same bloody jacket. People in town, nobody's got it, except for they just know that he's got it. Oh, old Jimmy's got it. Oh, shit. Right? I'm Jimmy. Fuck. It's it's a bit bloody prima donna, I'd say, to say, you know, you got the wrong guy. But I said, you got the wrong guy. Well, Jimmy, everybody saw your jacket. I'd never been to that part of town. It's where all the rich folk live. Balance Street, they called it. Balance Village. It's where all the wankers went and lived. Now, yeah, I might not have gotten along with that crowd, but I don't want them dead. Lovely old lady like that, beaten within an inch of her life, and then dies in hospital. That wasn't me. I did not do that. Like, yeah, she might have been an asshole. I didn't know that. But no old lady at least deserves to be done like that. Even if she did some crazy shit when she was younger, maybe, I don't know. But she was old. 86 or whatever it was. Shit, in 10 years I'm 86. So yeah, it's, I don't know. So I've reached out to you blokes to see if you can get me in the appeals court again. Get a bloody lawyer who doesn't have a stick up his ass. Maybe help me out. I don't know. The one thing I will say though is the food's not too hard, Eddie. You know, there's a fucking silver lining there at least. But I went through a lot of things, you know, blaming God, as you do. But being in this place, mate, shit, you know, is there a God? It's a question I've been asking myself a lot since I've been in here. If so, why am I being punished? It's like I'm Abraham. I'm not leading people anywhere. So am I being tested? If so, it's a bloody long test, mate. So yeah, I just feel my life's been stolen. And even if I do get out of here, I'll still be that guy that's been in prison for 35 years. I don't have any of their new skills. When I last saw a computer, it was a black screen with green text. Now I can see they can make movies on them. I wouldn't know the first thing about using one of those. I'd be bloody useless out there. So do I just stay in? Be one of those repeat offenders, even though I never offended in the first place, just so I can come back to safety? It's a bit of a shit thing to think about, but no, I mean, what do I do? Live in the woods? Do what that Bain fella did and run away to Australia? No. I'm from Chicago, mate. You know, I don't want to leave New Zealand, but at the same token, I probably have to, right? I don't exactly have savings because I've been in here for retirement, so I'd have to still work. Who's going to replace? You know, who's going to hire a 76-year-old? No one. 76-year-old who, even though you weren't the killer, you still spend time in the clink. You're bugging, mate. So I just don't know. I mean, I want to get out because I don't want to die in here. What a sad place to die. But I mean, my family stopped coming about 10 years in, so I don't even know. No one returns my calls because they're just the guy who killed the old lady. Again, I didn't fucking do that. So what's waiting for me? Nothing. But it's a damn sight better than dying in one of these sad, sad hallways here in the prison. But at least I would have died with some good food. So yeah, I don't know, mate. I definitely don't want to be in here. But yeah, I've got nothing. But I've got nothing in here either. Then there's the fear of being homeless, right? If I'm homeless, I'll probably end up in a cell anyway, just to get out of somebody's way. Or I'm going up a sidewalk, whatever it is, because I just don't have money for a retirement home. It's I know it's a bit of a silly idea to leave now, but I just can't imagine dying in here. I don't want to die in here. I'm not getting any younger, mate. And the older I get, the slower I get. I don't know. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, but I could be on the. People say the Winds is pretty good these days, so maybe they could help me out, put me up in something, put me in state housing or whatever it is. So I'd rather be found dead on my own kitchen floor than in here. At least it's my own kitchen floor. I hope I don't get eaten by the cat. I'll probably get me a cat. I don't know, maybe a dog. I don't know. Never really had any when I was out, but New Leaf and all that. At least it could be something to do. I don't want to be sat there yelling at the TV, or people still do that. I know TVs are bloody flat now, which is a bit funny. It's a bit of a weird thing to think about. The TV they got in here is still one of those big box bastards, but people are telling me they're flat. Some people say they're paper thin now. Sounds like something out of one of those bloody Buck Rogers. So I don't know, it might be a bit before your time, Buck Rogers, but I don't know, mate. I just really want to go to the appeals court again. So if this documentary team here can sort that out, that'd be great. Yeah, really, really put me back out there, try and be a member of society for my last few years, and die on the kitchen floor, as it were. So yeah, no, that's my story, mate. So I just want to get out.
The stereotype is of tough, heavily tattooed, tree trunk-sized people in prison. People who kill with their glares. But that is not the case here. I'm sure that there are people like that somewhere in this prison, but that man and every person I've walked past in here just looks sad. No anger, no violence. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that I got more nervous being checked by the guard at the front desk. I believe our next interviewee is just down this hall here.
Far out, hey. My name's Tanya. I was using P for ages, and my boyfriend was using it too, and he fucking kills this lady, right? What? Comes home and he's like, I did all this shit. I'm like, babe, what are you doing here? I'm not gonna look after you. But the cops come out and they're like, oh, you helped him. I'm like, eh? So, well, everybody saw him here. Yeah, well, he fucking came here after he did it. He told me he did it. I called you guys. I fucking called them and they arrest me. What the fuck? Why would I call them on myself? So, yeah, we go through the whole thing and they're like, oh, well, they're both on P, and I was. At the time, I'm clean now. Been clean for fucking, I don't know, what's that? 2 years? So, fucking 18 months. I haven't even, that's how long I've been in here. There's a fucking old Pakia lady comes to us. Her name's Shinil. She's pretty cool. She came and she helps a lot of us recoveries and stuff. There's a lady who cheeks are fucked. She's got these like holes in them and shit from when she was like doing the pipes and shit. So it was mean that I got off her because like I don't want to get fucking holes in my cheeks. I'm only like fucking 28, bro. Fucking I don't want to, be ugly like that. Shit, fucking ugly ass teeth too. Fuck, bro. You gotta see this, But nah. So we're going through the courts and my boyfriend's like, oh nah, she helped. Oh fucking what? I didn't help him. And I was at home, blazed over my face, and like fuck yeah, I was blazed as, but I didn't fucking leave my house and go kill somebody with him. Fuck, I remember that at least, I was watching fucking what's that movie? It's got that fucking red fella climbs the walls, the fella, Fucking anyway, so I was watching that shit on fucking Sky Movies, and fucking he comes in and he's like, oh no, I killed her. I was like, fucking wait, what are you doing here? I don't fucking want any of this shit, get out of here. So he fucking goes, but he's making a huge noise, We're having an argument and shit, and all the fucking people, all the nosy cunts in their fucking houses looking at us. And so they became the witnesses, saying we did it together. It's like, fucking clearly if you got fucking ears with your eyes, you would have heard I told him to fucking go away. Because he killed someone. Yeah, I was shouting he killed someone. Because he did. He just came and fucking told me. You wanted me to go help him get rid of the bike? I can't fucking help you, bro. He killed what the fuck? So yeah, and he didn't even kill him over pee. That's the fucked uppest part. He killed this bitch over, I don't even remember. I think it was like fucking $20 or some shit. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, I'm fucking at home. I pick up the phone. I'm like, yo, cops, people. And I was talking to this one lady, she was a bitch, eh? So, you know those phone people? They're meant to help you. She didn't help me with fucking jack shit. She couldn't wait to get me off the phone, eh? You know how it is, you call them up and you can hear it in their ears. Fucking ears in their fucking words. The way they speak to you like you're a little fucking troll monster. And I was like, no, bro. You need to fucking send the cops. So the cops turned up and arrested me. Even though I called them on my cell phone. And they're like, oh, you must have helped him do it, G. Hey, what? I called you to say my boyfriend killed somebody, and then you arrest me. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was fucking high. Yeah, definitely. But I hadn't used it in the house. Nah, I fucking always go out the back, eh? So I wouldn't have used it inside, because we've got my sister's kids with us. And so, yeah, so, you know, they're in here, so I'm not going to do pee in the house with the kids, eh? I'm not fucking like that, and yeah, so I'm off. I'm getting fucking toesed up. My sister loses her kids. Even though I'm not using inside, she's not using. She hasn't touched it at all. They even drug tested her and shit. And the kids, they haven't touched it. So I don't know why the fuck she lost them. I don't know why she lost them, because you don't got money. You don't got money, no one gives a fuck, bro. Straight up. So yeah, so fucking, we go through all the courts and shit, and he's like, oh, nah, she's straight up. She helped me do it. And then, 2 weeks later, he's like, oh, she killed her. What? I don't even fucking know who this bitch was. I still don't know who this bitch was. Fuck, I haven't even seen the, what's it called? The obituaries? What's the thing when someone dies? The obituaries, yeah. And fucking, so I'm reading the obituaries. And fuck, I don't know, I still can't even find the bitch's name, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, obituary, you know what I mean? Fuck. But yeah, nah, so it's me and you fellas are doing this documentary shit, eh? Because, like, I really need to get in front of that appeals court and talk to them. Because, yeah, I was high. It definitely was on the pee. But no, I didn't kill that old bitch, eh, straight up. Obviously, I won't call her old bitch when I'm in the appeals court, but you know what I mean? Like, fuck. It's just, you're out of it, eh? Because, A, I called the cops on him. B, those witnesses, they must have broken ears or some shit, because if you saw us and heard what we were saying, I was telling him he killed that bitch and he needs to fuck off, because I'm going to call the cops, which is exactly what I did. I told him to fuck off, he went away, I called the cops. Why am I in prison? I'll tell you why I'm in prison, because I was on P. They were like, fuck, we got this bitch for P and her fucking stinky hair and shit. We'll fucking get her for this murder too. And I bet you anything, they made my boyfriend's term shorter if I got the done as well. I'll put money on that shit. Money I don't got, like fucking straight up. But I'll fucking place that shit, and I bet you that's why I got done. So if we can get up in front of that court again, but bro, I don't even know who this chick was. I still don't know. Nobody told me the whole court proceeding. Right, and I'm like, fucking, I'm coming off my drugs, so I'm going cold turkey to these court cases, and fuck, I'm freaking out, I'm fucking crying in the stands and shit, because I don't know what's going on, I can't think, can't speak, and I know there was the P, and they're coming off it, that's the, that's, you know, the side effects of withdrawals, and so, yeah, there's, I really want to, get out, help my sister get her kids back. Yeah, so if we can, so just, thank you fellas for this, appeal stuff, eh, because, yeah, it's pretty shit.
That was one that Tafiri was insistent on. I mean, all the people we are seeing deserve to be heard, of course, but I think her case hit home for him, reminded him of some family members. Heck, I grew up in a rough neighbourhood and I knew half a dozen people who struggled with addiction. But the warden has only allowed us another hour, so we can only interview one more. I called up Tafiri and he has said to make sure we see this next person. Just through here.
Oh, well, it's nice you came. It's not easy being the only queen in my my block. You don't get the jokes about the soap and stuff. And I've got some husbands in here. It's definitely, they don't want to talk about it because they're from the mongrel mob, so they really don't want to be going, oh, I've got my prison wife. Or, they obviously don't use a word that nice. But, that's what other people are calling me. But, yeah, it would have been maybe about 7 years ago. Yeah, I was with this politician fella. Obviously, you probably know, it would have been on the news. And yeah, so I've been with him. He'd been keeping it a secret from his wife. They always do. You can't come out as gay because you're meant to be the good Christian man. And yeah, and he died. And they thought it was me. Because obviously, they didn't want it coming out that obviously some of them had been hiring me as well. So they got me out of the equation, basically. And there was a lot of me versus them in a court system that's run by them. So, I don't know. I couldn't stand up for myself. And when the news talks about us fafafinis, it's always in the negative light. So, I was just some dumb gay brown person, doing dumb gay brown person things, basically. So, yeah, and so I ended up in here, and it's actually been really good for me, to be honest. I made some good friends. I was really obviously scared. I come in here and you're the pretty boy, but the people really had my back straight away. In a weird way, I've sort of got more family in here than I do outside, even though I've got like 27 cousins. And yeah, it was all sort of really rapid, and I was just obviously a scapegoat. But again, it's me versus them in a world where them runs everything. I know people always talk about the man keeps you down and stuff like that, and most of the time it's just nonsense, people just getting angry at the world. But in this instance, it was. So I'm really glad you guys are doing this appeals court thing. So like, hello there, Tanya, I know you're still a dirty bitch. If Tanya sees this, she's still a dirty bitch. And you owe me $50, you bitch. I know, her and I get along like a house on fire. She used to do the Sunday shifts. Now, it seems a bit weird saying it was shifts, but we basically were. We were just given jobs and we went to them. A lot of parties. It's funny how many politicians be secretly gay, bro. It's really weird. Maybe they should just be gay. It's legal now, so, Anyway. So we were out there. We're having some parties. And I wasn't even working the night he died. But I was the most popular, well-known one. And obviously, I was... I had a finger in a lot of pies, figuratively and literally. And obviously, again, they got rid of me. And that's what it was all about, was just shutting me up. So I've been here trying to appeal it. It doesn't seem to make it into the papers. I don't know. Maybe there's a media mogul is one of them. Or mogul? I can't remember the word. But yeah, so I've been trying ever since I got in here to get out. Obviously, everybody does, even the people who definitely did do their murders. I'm not one of them. And Tanya, you still stink. But yeah, so that's been the thing is trying to be heard, and a lot of that doesn't happen. When you're one of us, especially when they cut my fucking hair off. That was fun. My hair was my defining feature. Thank you. It brought out my eyes, and now nothing brings out my eyes except for my eyes. And I don't want to look at my eyes through my eyes. I want to look at it through my bangs, baby. So yeah. While I've built definitely a good rapport with some of the gentlemen in here, whether they're gentle or not. Yeah, I do want to get out, obviously, and clear my name, because it wasn't me. I did not kill him, and he was nice to me, actually. He was the nicest of all of them, so, I mean, shit. I know I probably shouldn't say this, but if I was going to kill anyone, it was going to be that fucking police commissioner, because he is an asshole. Alright? But I did not. Definitely didn't kill the Minister of Education. That was not me. Oh, sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. He was the Minister of Education, bitch. That's who did it. I think, at least, anyway.
And that was it. Sitting in my car outside, I find myself having to grip my hands to keep them from shaking. I have no words to accurately describe the atmosphere in there. I do find myself wondering whether the people who make arrests actually know what it's like. Anyway, time to take these recordings back to the office and hope that someone will listen.